I love you, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. Psalm 18, verses 1 through 3. How are things going in your life right now? Any areas of struggle? Anything weighing you down? Anxiety? Spiritual warfare? Are you wrestling to trust God? Whatever the case may be, let's look to God for help. Let's turn our attention to Him and draw strength from His Word. Psalm 18 is a song written by David. It's a reflection of the goodness of God. David spent many years running and hiding from King Saul, who was jealous of David and tried to kill him. But God was faithful to rescue David just as he promised. In this passage, David begins by declaring, I love you, O Lord, my strength. God is worthy of our love because He loved us first. His love has no end. Really think about that. God's love for you and me cannot be earned or lost. So He is deserving of our love in return. And He wants to be our strength. If you're feeling weak, tired, or worn out, I pray now that God will begin to strengthen you spiritually, mentally, and physically. He is your strength. David goes on to describe God as his rock, which means a cleft rock. It's a place of protection and concealment. Wherever David went, God concealed him and did not let his enemy destroy him. In the same way, as you look to God and cling to Him, He will conceal you from the enemy. In John 10:10, Jesus says that the enemy comes only to steal, kill, and destroy, but I came that you may have life more abundantly. In God's presence, there is complete safety and security. Remember that all things are possible with Him, and there's no circumstance or plan of the enemy that can succeed against God. David is testifying of this truth because he lived it. God had a plan for David to be the second king of Israel, and no matter how Saul plotted and schemed, he did not stand a chance against God's plan. I pray the same thing over you, that no matter what is happening in your life right now, or what the enemy is trying to do, may God's plans prevail in your life. David then describes the Lord as his refuge, fortress, deliverer, horn of salvation, and stronghold. All of these indicate that God was and is stable, never changing, unstoppable, and unshakable. Our Lord Jesus is not like people who may or may not keep their word, who come and go and are fickle. Our God is constant and present. He is all powerful in our place of rest. In verse 3, David says, I call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. God is faithful to answer the call of His children every time we wholeheartedly and sincerely call on Him. He does not abandon us. He is present with you right now. Like David, think about the last time God delivered you out of something challenging. Reflect on His goodness and how praiseworthy He is. I encourage you to read the rest of Psalm 18 and continue to seek His face.
Way that you love me, never leave. Lord, I'm sincerely yours.